Law Abiding Biker, episode 18.
We're legal.
Welcome to the Law Abiding Biker podcast, and it's the best podcast because it's my daddy's podcast.
Welcome to all our fellow bikeaholics out there. Welcome to another episode. That's right, episode 18. What do you think about that, Maddie?
I think we're legal. We can buy scratch tickets. And what else?
Can't go into bar yet.
Tobacco.
Yeah, episode 18.
I gave it up.
We hope this is both educational and entertaining for you. What is that? Edutaining.
Maybe some word you made up, yeah.
Edutaining, that's right.
Edutational.
There you go, edutational. We hope it's edutaining for you. Anyways, welcome to another loaded episode of the official Law Abiding Biker podcast.
Loaded like a baby's diaper.
After all, this is the official Law Abiding Biker podcast. If you are a true bikeaholic like us, then this is the only prescribed therapy that you will need.
My bike needs a new rear tire. She's bald, son.
We're not going there. Not going there. This is a podcast for the motorcycle majority. That's right. The
99%ers.
99%ers. This podcast covers everything, of course, for the law-abiding biker, so look no further.
Why would you?
That's right. No need. If you think you can handle it, mount up.
Roll the throttle back.
Nope.
Oh, not yet.
Come along with us for another wild-ass ride. Well, welcome, everybody. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for coming back to the Law Abiding Biker podcast. Yeah, stoked. Number 18, getting a lot of hits. Hope you liked 17. We went over our recent trip, recent club trip, 7-day trip. Anyways, this is Ryan Erlacher, your host of the Law Abiding Biker podcast, and your
high-tech redneck.
Thank you very much. That would be Lurch in the house with me, and I also have in the house, I got LD with me. What's up, LD?
Not much. Let's do it.
Hey,
All right.
Thanks for that.
Yeah. Way to interact.
I'm here for you.
Hey, turn the lights back off. I like it. LD was flipping the lights. Ooh.
I don't know if I like it.
Is it hard for you to see your gear?
You only vote in the tiebreaker.
That's right. I make a motion that we do podcasts in the dark.
I don't like
Second.
Yeah, it's a little. It gives the studio a little more relaxed feel.
Next, you're going to want a candle.
Get your hand off my leg.
Yeah.
Turn back on. Turn back on. I'm getting fondled. I'm getting fondled. Okay, I feel safer.
I spent the last 7 days at sleeping next to LD, and that was enough in the dark.
Because the beds were adjacent to each other. Is that what you're saying?
You loved it.
That's
or
correct.
you're literally next to him.
No.
Were you spooning?
Let me plug in my breathing machine, and you, while I do that, you push the beds together. I don't know if that's appropriate.
Why? Now you know why he had zip ties. He zip tied the bed legs together so you can separate them.
Right.
I hate sleeping in that middle though because of crack. You know, just not comfortable.
I'm pretty sure you and Popeye were spooning in your beds over there.
Whatever.
Yeah, well. So anyways, I want to, first thing I want to do on this podcast, we're going to try to stick to business here, which is very hard for us on the Lab podcast to stay focused. And so, yeah, I got some notes here. First thing I want to do is do a couple thanks to a couple donations. We really appreciate you guys out of the goodness of your heart to go ahead and just make the decision to donate to us. All this content is for free right now. All our videos, all our podcasts, all our blogs. We want to try to keep it that way as long as we can. But at the same time, we need to make a little money. We're still trying to pay back a bunch of this equipment that we bought. So I threw it out in episode 17. I do have 4 new videos edited and ready to go, tutorial videos. We have a ton out there. If you go to the website, Law Abiding Biker videos, you'll see all the tutorial videos. We have over 40,000 hits on one of our videos. I think total out of all our videos, we have well over 100,000 hits.
That's crazy.
Yeah. People are really enjoying them. We do them step by step without skipping any steps. We pay attention to detail. They're good from the beginner to the intermediate to even some of the experienced on how to do things. So I threw it out there last time. I'm going to throw out a clutch cable adjusting video very soon. Pay attention to Facebook and Twitter for that, or just pay attention to the website for that. The 3 videos that I am going to hold close right now are how to take off stock pipes on a Harley-Davidson touring model, how to put on the new pipes, how to install there are 3 different videos, and the second one is how to install take off your stock air intake and put on a stage 1 Harley kit. And then the third one is how to install a Power Commander 5, so you don't have to go to Harley and have your bike retuned. You can do it with a Power Commander 5. Those 3 videos are ready to go. I will release them at some time, but it probably won't be till late fall or winter when I put them out to the public. If you want them now, which I've had some email requests for them, go ahead and go to LAB-18-Biker.com. The right-hand side, there is a donate button. If you donate $20 or more, I will send you all 3 videos right now just for donating, and you can have them. Like I say, I don't know when I'll actually release them to the public. So that will be a little gift for the donations. Also don't forget about our banner ads. Rocky Mountain ATV, I did a review video on bomber gloves, which I'll be putting out soon, that I just rode 2,200 miles with. I did a review video, and then I'm going to do another review video of how they held up. So look forward to that. And all right, with that, I want to thank a couple donations here. The first one I would like to thank Ron Kubicki from Bradford, Pennsylvania. Thank you very much for making a donation. We really appreciate it. That is how we're kind of operating and trying to get our money back right now. So thank you very much. Round of applause.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yes, we do appreciate it so very much. If we can get enough donations, we won't have to charge for anything. So second person we want to thank is, that's the same one. Check my email here. Second person we want to thank is Daniel Steele from Chelsea, Alabama. Thank you very much for your generous donation. We really appreciate it, and a round of applause for you. If you guys do want to donate like these guys and you're enjoying the podcast and or all the blogs or the videos, again, just go to LAB-18-Biker.com. It's a simple PayPal donation, and we take any amount, and we do sincerely appreciate it. So, all right, let's. You guys got anything on that? You want to say on the donations? Anything?
Nope. Thanks.
I thank you. And if there's something you guys want to see us do as far as maintenance, let us know.
Absolutely. Or
we'll do it just for the heck of it. We'll find a bike and we'll do it.
We've got like 10 bikes in the club. They're all cruisers, I guess.
Yeah.
And we'll find something.
I know a guy that knows a guy that knows another guy. We'll find a bike.
Yep.
Well, I'm going to be doing some more here shortly. So, yeah, we're going to keep pumping them out, but we want to pump them out at a regular pace and give guys the option to get them early and things like that. We're going to start working some deals like that. So look forward to that in the future. Don't forget, I do have some voicemails that we're going to get to in the next several podcasts. Hopefully, in the next 4 podcasts or so, we're at 18. So by 22, I'm stacking them up. And I did put out in several other episodes, I think 15 if I remember right, maybe 14. Do not forget that we have had requests to do a series on how we started our club from the ground up. And we really want to do that, but we only want to do it if you guys want to hear it. And I have had a lot of emails, but I do the challenge is that we need 8 voicemails before we start that series.
Is that on that speak pipe thing you're talking about?
Yep. You just go to LAB-18-Biker.com/contact or go to our contact page. And in the right-hand side, you'll see a voicemail. You can leave up to a 2-minute voicemail. One guy couldn't get his whole message in, which was really cool. He's been very involved. So he left 3 to get them all in. It's a 6-minute message.
Outstanding.
And that's what you have to do. Just understand that it runs 2 minutes. You get to review it. And if you don't like it, you can redo it. It doesn't send automatically. So if you're not comfortable with it, it lets you hear it first. But he sent 3 just on that. So anyways, right now I have a lot of email or voicemails, but we only have 2 legitimate voicemails that count towards the club series on how we started the club from the ground up. So that means we need 6 more guys.
We're a quarter of the way there.
Yep, we're a quarter of the way there. And so leave
Keep
those
them coming.
voicemails, because we want to start the series with voicemails, and we want to kind of know which direction to go and what you guys want to know. But the other voicemails that were left are just absolutely outstanding. We used one last podcast, I believe.
Yeah, Matt P.
Yep. They're absolutely outstanding, and we will use them. They just don't go towards that particular series, but we'll certainly curb the show towards those voicemails. Next, I want to go real quick, guys, to a email and see what you guys' thoughts on this. This is an email from Gene, and he doesn't put a city, so I do not know where he's from. But anyways, he says, "Hi, I'm currently looking into buying a Harley Davidson motorcycle, but have no clue on what model. I do like the 1200 and Street Bob. The 2014 models are coming soon, and I'm not sure if I should pull the trigger now on older models for a good bargain or wait. Any thoughts?" And he just passed his written test, he says, on his motorcycle endorsement, and he's taking the safety riding course next week and the riding test next Friday, and I emailed him back told him good luck on the test. But go ahead on
My
your
thoughts on it is no matter what he buys, he's going to replace it in a few years, especially if he's just getting into it. So, yeah, I mean, if you buy a used bike or you get a 1200 or a Street Bob or something that's a little smaller and not as heavy, that's all right.
Well, he can get a brand new 2013, though, is what he's saying. Is not even used right now. I mean,
if it's your first bike,
he's
going
gonna
to use one.
Yeah, because he's going to replace it. If it,
And it depends. What do you want to do with it, Gene? Do
that's
you
the
want
problem. I don't know what he wants to do.
Yeah. Do you want to ride around town? Get your 1200 or your Street Bob. You want to go on trips? Get a Street Glide or a
Street Glide,
Ultra
Road Glide, Ultra, something.
Yeah.
Something with some hard bags and fairing.
I like to go on trips. That's my thing. So
No kidding. You
Yeah.
like to burn some miles.
Yeah.
we can speak to that. Yeah, because we had Matt and I had wide glides before.
Yeah.
Dyna wide glides and
Beautiful bikes, a lot of fun.
Oh, a lot of fun. But it's certainly you could get a 2013 model for a lot cheaper than a 2014. There's still a lot of 2013 models on the floors. And I wouldn't necessarily go with the 2014 if you're just looking at a 1200 or a Street Bob.
Right.
Because I don't think they made a whole bunch of changes that would be worth it.
But if you're looking at that Street Glide,
Different.
Oh, buddy.
Yeah.
We saw 2014 in Boise, and
Completely redesigned.
yes, a lot of changes, bigger motor. They put that vent in the front fairing for a little bit of downforce. It's supposed to reduce the head buffering.
That stereo was a big
Stereo's
change.
big change. Big touch screen.
Integrated GPS on the special Street Glide special?
Street Glide special, yeah.
All the gear, all the dials are in a row across the top above the stereo. Has a little kind of a futuristic look, but not bad.
Yeah.
I liked it
I thought it looked a little bit like a like a Victory.
a little bit. Yeah,
Kind of rounded off and stuff.
Yeah,
The
a
bags are
little more.
actually talking to the representative down. We went to the Idaho dealership.
Yeah,
Idaho, huge Harley
Yeah,
dealership.
it's a Meridian. I can't remember the name of it.
Rattlesnake.
No.
No.
I
Desert
haven't-
Valley.
Yes, that's it.
Desert Valley Harley
Meridian.
Davidson.
Yep.
We looked at it, but yeah. So we could do a whole nother podcast on that. But since we're touching on it, yeah, it's got the vent in the front of the fairing. It's got a one.
One time.
It's got a one switch.
Oh,
It's like a lever that closes the vent. And really talking, I went down and talked here in Yakima to a couple mechanics about it, and they said really the only time you close it is when it rains, so you don't get rain. But the vent doesn't come through the fairing and blow on you. It has nothing to do with that. It kind of puts up a wall of air. If you guys look at the pictures of it, it throws up a wall of air, and it's supposed to really reduce that head buffering.
Yeah, just think about a stock car, a race car, how they put fairings and fins and stuff on it. That's all it is, and the air comes through your front fairing there and gives you a little more downforce and stabilizes your front end.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. And and that head buffering. But you look at it, you're like, oh, it's a cooling vent. No,
That's
it
what
has
I thought.
nothing to do
Yeah,
with that.
that's what we all thought.
And I asked the
What
guy.
is that?
So, and I looked it up. I actually read some reviews on it. It does actually reduce from the guys that are lucky enough to get paid to test drive Harley Davidson, which is the job I'm looking for.
Yeah, 7 more years, I'm going to retire.
right.
I'm going to figure that out.
And they did some extensive testing, but along with that, it comes with the stock 103.
Heavy breather.
Yep, it comes with a heavy breather.
225 cams.
225 cams.
255.
Or sorry.
255s. Yeah, you're right. Sorry.
255.
My mistake.
Yep. 255 cams, which should give you a lot of...
It's the high output motor.
Right. It's the high output motor. Should give you some extra torque and boost. And it comes with the bags are a little bit more rounded.
Yeah,
and they're actually more roomy. They have more storage.
Are they?
Yep. They're bigger.
He said they were actually bigger.
Yeah, the front has a little more rounded look to them.
Yeah.
Yep. Awesome looking bike, but the
Yeah.
huge 6.5 on the special, huge 6.5 inch screen.
Yep.
It's touch screen.
Navigation.
I was
Integrated
messing
nav.
around with it down at the Harley dealership on the Ultra Classic.
One of the
It's
cool
got
things was-
integrated navigation. It's got
It's got that little door for you put your iPod in.
it does. It has
Yeah.
a USB
Yes.
hookup, and you actually don't use wires anymore. You play your stereo. So
Bluetooth.
yeah, I put my iPhone in there, and you play it with Bluetooth, and it goes directly to your stereo. You
Yeah.
don't need to put cables anymore.
Mm-hmm.
It has the direct USB because all phones charge off USB now.
Cool.
They're doing it like cars now.
Yeah. Really
very
neat, really
very
neat.
cool. And I play with the GPS. Awesome 6.5 inch screen. It's voice activated too. On top of it, comes through your speakers. Your music's playing, dims your music. She talks to you. The navigator over the thing. Absolutely, I played with it quite extensively.
So here's what we're saying, Gene. Get a Street Glide. Get a
Well,
new Street Glide.
we kind of got off topic there, Gene. And
I was going to...
That's
not
what happens.
necessarily, because you know what? I was going to keep my wide glide. I dropped quite a bit of change into mine, just like you did with yours. You went with apes. I went with T-bars. If I was going to keep mine and keep my Street Glide, I was going to put apes on it and just make it around town, kind of bar hopper, fun bike.
Gene, go get a street bob till you learn what you're doing, and then go get a touring bike.
Here's what I'm saying, though.
it's tough.
It's tough because you're not going to lose your money on a Street Glide.
We don't know
You're
what kind of
probably gonna
riding he
ride
wants
it.
to do.
The problem is a lot of people are scared of the big motor out of the gate.
Well,
It's not a big deal.
Yeah.
When I learned to ride, I was, oh gosh, I don't want to get anything bigger than a 650. I want to learn to do. I could have handled the big bike right off the
Sure.
bat. As long as you learn that clutch control, it doesn't
Yeah,
matter.
learn your
But
gray area.
when you're the new guy getting ready to ride, you're nervous with that 103, and that high output motor. I mean, that thing's going to motor down the road. And I wouldn't push it because I don't like to ride fast. But some guys,
Yeah, whatever. You're such a liar.
Jeez, dude. Yeah.
Look, here, go into it with your first bike knowing you're not going to keep it.
right.
Yeah, get a good bike, ride it, get comfortable, and then maybe you're going to step up. But
I bought a 650 first. I rode
Yeah.
it for 4 months. Bought another bike.
I started riding when I was 18. I had a couple crotch rockets before I stepped into Harleys. My first Harley was the Wide Glide. And then I realized that while fun, 100 miles at a time was tough on that thing, because you have no wind protection. So with the forward controls and your legs hanging out there, you're constantly trying to hold your legs in because the wind wants to open them up. The wind's hitting you in the chest. It's buffering your helmet around. It's just brutal.
Right.
So it just kind of depends what you want to do. But if you're going to hit the road, get something with some wind protection. If you're not, you're going to learn how to ride around town, get yourself a good deal on a used bike, and keep it for a few years and then step up.
Yeah, I agree. It completely depends on what kind of riding you do. But, I think 2013, I wouldn't go with 14. I can definitely say that. Go with 2013.
If you can get a new 13,
they're
you
on
get
the
a good-
floor.
You can get a good deal, yeah.
There's tons of them on the floor still. They got to move. So go to your Harley dealer and shoot for that 2013. Stay away from the 2014 for right now. And get some riding in. And, then figure out whether you're going to do long distance riding. Because on a 1200 Street Bob, you will not be going
No.
but a couple hours, and that will be about it. And then you'll
Yeah.
have to take a long break. We used to do it.
Oh
used
yeah,
to
we
go
rode
3-4 hours.
We'd ride from here to Spokane, which
Yep.
in a car is a 3.5 hour trip. After a couple pit stops on the bike, it
With
was
no
like-
fairing and windshield, you're done.
We always took the back roads,
Yep.
so it'd take us 6 hours to get there. Now with our bikes, Street Glides, Road Glides, Ultra Classics, whatever we got in our group, we can hit the freeway and bomb on down the road and be comfortable. So it just depends on what you want to do.
Yeah. So hopefully that confused the heck out of you.
Yeah.
It's as clear as
Yeah.
mud.
You just walk down there and look at one. If it looks pretty to you and you can afford it, buy it.
Yeah.
As long as it says Harley Davidson.
I do like that Street Bob, though.
They are
That's
cool.
a good looking
yeah,
bike.
it's a good looking bike.
Good looking bike.
Yeah.
But
I've never seen anybody do apes on one. I think that looked nice.
I have.
Have you?
Yep. Looks pretty cool. Yep. It looks pretty cool. So thank you, Gene, for sending your email. We really appreciate it. And any questions people have, we may confuse you more, which we probably just did. But we do appreciate you guys sending it in. It gives us some content to talk about.
Just go buy a bike as long as it's got 2 wheels on it. Go buy a
That's
bike.
right.
Have some fun.
Enjoy yourself.
Get comfortable. Get the wind in your face.
Absolutely.
The breeze on your knees.
Next thing I wanted to talk about real quick is, let's throw it in there, is it's going to be, I'm going to sum it up a little bit, but LD, Chewy, and Jeff, who we don't have a nickname for yet, and then Popeye.
Well, we call him Sarge, but we need
Sarge,
to
but we need to come up with something else. But anyways, on August 6th.
Old timer?
Yeah, old time. Oh, yeah. Oh, now we're talking. Oh, geez, dude. He's just gonna drop you one of these days straight up.
No, hey, I got a little story for that. So we went to the Buffalo Bill Cody.
By the way, real quick, because our listening audience doesn't know who Jeff is. Jeff is a prospective member from our Big River crew, which is out of Wenatchee. They are in
Exactly.
prospective
Status.
chapter status right now. And Jeff is likely going to be their VP.
That's what he's gearing towards.
Yep, that's what he's gearing towards.
I think he'd be good at it.
If they make full chapter status, which is very difficult in the Soren Few MC, very, very difficult. And if those guys make it all the way, we will be having them on the podcast to explain that process and kind of some things. So it'll be fun.
Cool.
But anyways, go ahead, LD. Now that they know who he is, he's probably the oldest person
that rides with us.
Yeah.
But he's a riding machine.
Oh, yeah.
He's in Texas right now on his bike.
He is. I've been watching him on Facebook.
Yep.
I've been seeing his pictures and where he's at.
So the 1840 to 1865 time frame in the firearms exhibit had some old
What
muskets.
exhibit?
We're talking about the year, not the time, not military time, the year.
Yeah, the year. The Buffalo Bill Cody. In Cody at the Buffalo Bill Museum.
Correct.
So I took a picture of the guns, and I said, Sarge's first patrol rifle. So he comments and says, those can't be mine. I still have mine.
Oh, jeez, dude.
He says, since you're there, ask them if they have any extra powder. So Popeye and I, we ride him pretty hard, but he takes it in stride and gives it right
job,
back.
Sarge.
He's got a good sense of humor.
He does.
Yep, he has to put up with you guys, dude. I just look at him. I'm like, he's just gonna kill both of you guys one of these days.
Oh, yeah,
straight up kill you.
He impresses me as a guy that takes time to make a decision and weighs the facts and look at everything. And he's real reasonable. I think he would be a very good VP.
I agree.
But anyways,
got to keep those P's in line.
That's true.
Right. You do. That's why the P is just part of the management, I guess, so to speak. You need everybody, and we all steer each other sometimes, so it's good to have good people in those spots. We were going to do the Cascade Loop, and it was Rob's third try. So I want to get into there's something staticky.
You hear that?
Yeah.
We all heard it.
I don't know what that was.
Moving on.
But anyways, it's his phone interfering or something.
No, it wasn't. I just checked it thinking that was it. It's not.
Yeah, interesting.
Could be mine. Mine's by the mixer. I'll move it.
Yeah, that's what it was. It's exactly what it was.
Let's see if I got a message. And I'm looking. I'm
Standing by.
checking.
Standing by.
Checking.
Nope, not me.
Checking.
Weird. But I'll move it nonetheless.
Yeah,
to make sure I'll put it up higher.
Anyways, so we were going to do the Cascade Loop. We went over the night before on August 6th and spent the night at Popeye's house. Good hospitality. Awesome time. Anyways, how far were we out of Wenatchee when my tire went flat?
30 miles, maybe?
30 miles. And I did not get the tire warranty at the time. I got the 5-year unlimited mile Harley warranty when I bought my 2011 Street Glide. But I don't know that I would go back and get the warranty because the chances of when you get the Harley warranty will cover your tire down to 2/32 tread depth if you get a nail or a screw, which is what happened to me.
Caused by debris in the roadway.
Right, debris in the roadway.
Says.
And I've been riding a long time. That's like the second time that's happened. So I'd be wasting my money. But it sucks when it happens because then you got to bone up.
Especially when you have a 2-week-old tire.
Yeah. I had just put that tire on 2 weeks before. It was brand spanking new. And it sucked because we were passing. The whole crew was making a pass. And all of a sudden I felt it. My back end started going back and forth real bad. It started wobbling. Felt like my axle was loose. I knew I had changed it 2 weeks ago, but Luckily, I was able to keep her under control. It went down fairly fast, but it didn't blow. But essentially, likely what happened is the screw that was in there, when we were passing, flung out of the tire.
It dislodged.
It dislodged, yeah. Thank you. Much better word. It dislodged, and it was a pretty large hole, and it went down very, very rapidly. We were able to get off to a state park, and then we went from there. But anyways, the North crew was able to, thank God, and that's what's nice about having guys in different areas, use some local connections, hooked me up.
Commandeered a trailer, came up to the state park. In true brother fashion, I told everybody else to go on and that I would handle it, that I had AAA and all this stuff. But my brother's not one of them left, and I was pretty proud of that. I left. I went to the store and got some beverages and came back.
You came back with some beverages, so that's okay. You're excused for that because it was quite a long wait for the trailer.
I think if you look in the bylaw duties, that is a secretary's job.
Actually, it is. It is.
Yeah.
You always have to have extra room in your saddlebag to go pick up beverages.
That's right. Gatorade, water, Red Bull, whatnot.
Things of those sorts.
Yes.
Continue, sir.
But they took care of me, and straight up, Sarge and Popeye got the trailer, came up, eventually picked us up. We all rode back. They had some local shop connections, and I do want to give a shout out to that shop here in a moment, and that's kind of what I'm getting to. But here's really what I'm getting to, is I had the original Dunlops on my 2011. I had the Dunlops, which the Harleys come with. In this particular shop that I went to, there's no Harley dealership in Wenatchee.
Nope, not right now.
Not right now. But they took my bike, took it to a connection they knew in town, which is Bikerstown USA in Wenatchee, and they had tires in stock. However, they did not have the Dunlop. But I had heard about the Michelin Commander II, and they had those in stock for both my rear, and they had a front tire. Only my rear was the one that was affected. Mm-hmm. So you never mismatch tires on bikes.
Not a good idea. Yeah.
Ever. That is just, if you didn't know that, don't do it. It is a bad idea. You keep same brand, same tire models on front and back. But they had the Commander II Michelin, and I decided to go with that. I had heard good reviews on it, and I will tell you that they put it up on the rack, and then I found out my front one, even though it had plenty of tread, was quite weathered and had a lot of cracks in it. And I looked at it with them, and they were right that some of the problems they're having with the Dunlops, and you have it too, right?
Yeah, I've got I have a 2008, but I have a 2011 Road Glide tire wheel on the front of mine. Came about as part of some horse trading, just because the 08s have that big front wheel, kind of chunky, looks like duty. So my front tire is only a 2011. That's where I got weather checking in it. So my rear's toast after that trip. Their 2,000-mile trip, it finished it off, so I'm going to just replace them both.
3-state ride?
5-state.
5-state, sorry,
yep.
Yeah.
It was going there. I figured I'd have to replace it at the end of summer, but when we got back, I went, ooh, time to do that, so I'm going to do my front and rear.
But it is a Dunlop.
Yeah, they are Dunlops. Yeah.
We were having dinner tonight on the patio, and you said it has weather cracking in it, too. Now
it does have some weather checking when I look at the side of it. Yeah.
So I would say you guys out there that are running Dunlops, it is a problem. I would say somewhat of a problem. And my bike is in the garage most of the time when it's not being ridden. Obviously, I ride my bike every day.
Right.
But I park it at night. But in this day, when I go to work, I park it in the sun. Mm-hmm. And we don't have covered parking at work. And I ride it every day to work. And I don't know, but I'm hearing a lot of other people that don't ride it every day, even like you.
Yeah.
Because you have a take-home car.
Right.
And you're still getting weather cracking.
Mm-hmm.
And when I looked at it, that's something to be very concerned about.
Yeah, it could even just be that year of tire.
It could be.
I don't know, but
so if you're looking at your tread, it was a wake up call for me to once they put it up on the rack and they showed me the weather cracking. It was pretty deep weather cracking. I ended up having to replace my front, so that was $650 frickin'. But I went with the Michelin Commander IIs instead of the Dunlops.
You liked them on this ride, you said?
I did.
Yeah.
I absolutely believe after getting on my bike even that first day, because we weren't able to do the whole Cascade Loop ride, but we still rode quite a bit that day. And as soon as I got on it and rode with those tires, they just feel
For some reason, they feel a little bit softer, a little bit more forgiving, a little bit grabbier on the corners. And I don't know if that's because they're softer and maybe they won't wear as much. But we'll see how many miles I get out of them.
Right. How do they do in the gravel? Pretty good.
Yeah, they catch real good in the gravel. Yep. I don't think any tire's good in the gravel, but yeah, they or grass or LD's grass. How does Dunlop's do in the grass?
Not so good.
Yeah, no. So
Clutch did well though.
Yeah. So I will give you guys an update on the Commander II.
See how long they last.
Yep, Michelin Commander II. As far as handability, I give them 5 stars out of 5.
They're sticky.
Yep, they're sticky. They heat up nice. I just like the feel of them, and I rode those Dunlops till they basically had no tread, and I had the new back tire on there. So I do want to give props real quick. The little shop that we went to, the local connection, that the Big River Crew. And if you want to check out the Big River Crew, go to swornfewmc.com/Big River. You can find out about them. They're in the process of Prospective Chapter, but they had a connection. And again, it's Bikerstown USA in Wenatchee. Very, very professional guys. They're very professional shop. It is bikertownusa.com. Tyler was my mechanic and really hooked me up. He showed me the front tire, and I was like, yeah, let's just replace that at the same. We went back a couple hours later, and the owner, I had lost my Guardian bell.
Right.
Yep, I had lost my Guardian bell.
We knew we needed to get you one. We just hadn't done it yet.
And they noticed that I was missing my Guardian bell off the front. I had not mentioned it to him. And before I left, he gave me said, would you like one? And he gave me a free Guardian bell with a police badge on it, and it is now on my bike, and it was really awesome.
For the people that don't know, you can't buy your own Guardian bell.
Correct.
It has to be given to you.
What is a Guardian bell if our listeners don't know?
Well, it comes with a little saying or a little piece of paper that tells you about it, but apparently the constant ringing.
What is a Guardian bell?
It's a bell that you attach to your motorcycle.
How big a bell?
It's a small little bell.
We're on a podcast. And
It's
you have to give
bell.
You have to give visuals
I'm trying
on podcasts.
to.
All right.
If you just shut your pie hole, I might try. It's a small little bell.
There you go.
That attaches to your motorcycle, and it constantly rings. And it's supposed to drive the road gremlins crazy and keep them from coming up and jumping on your bike and giving you bad juju. But the thing with the Guardian bell is you can't buy your own. It doesn't work that way. You have to be gifted one.
Exactly.
And
you got me my first one.
I gave you your first one, which when you got rid of your Y Glide and got the Street Glide, you moved it over.
I did.
And the metal attachment at the top wore through apparently, and you lost it. And so we knew you needed a new one. We just hadn't got to it yet. So it's nice that those guys gave you a new one.
It is very nice. And you can
nice.
You can get Guardian bells all over the internet or at your Harley dealership.
Yeah.
But it's a nice little myth, and it's fun. To keep all the bad potholes and keep you safe on the road.
It's a good gift for your brothers.
It's supposed to,
give a bell.
Exactly. Yeah, good deal. So again,
we got some new bikes in the club. We better check them.
Oh yeah,
right.
I haven't paid attention.
Yeah,
because we need to get our brothers some Guardian bells.
We
if they
check
don't
their
have
bikes.
Them. Very good call.
Mine broke right before our trip, and so what I did
in your pocket?
No, what I did was I on the top of the bell next to where the little ringer thing hangs down, I drilled through it with a drill, and stuck a zip tie through it, and so it's hanging there by a zip tie, kind of cockeyed.
And he is not superstitious at all for doing that.
Mine's still alive from my Y Glide. It's on my Street Glide, but it's that band at the top. It's wearing thin. I'll probably lose it someday. So
yeah.
I think my brother got me my first one.
Yep, got to have the Guardian bell. Yep. So again, guys, show notes, lawabidingbiker.com / this is episode 18, so just /18, and I will have all the show notes on there. I will have a link to Bikerstown USA. I will do that for them since they treated me so well. Give them some free publicity.
Have you ever been to a pub?
A few.
Publicity.
But I will give them pub.
We went to a pub while they were doing your tires.
Yes, we did.
They have great food. Michelin, it's called in Wenatchee.
How do you spell it? Because I'll put that on there too.
Michelin, MCGLINN. I just know that because they're on my Facebook page. It's one of my favorite places to go up there. They have great food.
You guys can keep going.
Oh, sorry. I'm just
taking
learning.
notes.
I'm learning.
Oh, yeah.
I'm absorbing this.
You've been to Michelins, have you?
No, I don't believe so.
He has not. No.
No, I've been to
he's
the
missed the Wenatchee.
Columbia Valley Brewery. That's good.
that Lot Napur pizza was good.
Oh, it was good, wasn't it?
And
the beers were good.
Yeah, that beer I had was great.
Oh, I tried their what's called their Black Matte, which I go.
You had to,
and it was spelled with 2 T's. So I got to have that, and it was kind of I don't know how to describe it. It wasn't a stout, it wasn't a brown ale. If you've ever had Iron Horse Brewery Irish Death, it's similar to that. And then I tried their IPA, which is outstanding, and I tried a couple of the ones you guys had.
That one I had was good.
It's a small little thing. You drive by that and you go, huh, it doesn't look like much. But I hunt down there, and you and I have discussed this. We go hunting down there in Dayton. And I've been by that place a bazillion times and wanted to stop there and just never had because usually hunting, too busy.
Right.
That was good. Lot Napur.
Yep.
LAHTNEPPUR.
I
good
had
beer.
Scottish ale. It was good.
Yeah, it was good. I tasted that, yeah. I'm glad we stopped there.
Yeah, definitely.
Those guys know what they're doing.
They do. Little place, too.
Mm-hmm.
Free peanuts. Throw them on the floor.
That's right. Very friendly staff.
All right.
Oh, we got our picture taken there.
Where?
Yeah.
There
was a guy and his wife. She was Japanese.
And I turned my vest around with it, held the cut up.
She wanted to get a picture with us.
We got our picture taken everywhere. We went to one place.
Terminal Gravity.
Yeah,
you're just talking about it.
And I told...
this is the first time we haven't had our picture taken.
I told Popeye, it's the first time we had a picture taken.
Never mind.
As soon as I finished saying that, he goes, except for that, I look over my shoulder as a guy taking our picture.
That's right, dude. And he was trying to be sneaky about it.
Yeah, sneaky pics.
And we're like, dude, you don't have to be sneaky about it. Just we're used to getting our pictures taken. Don't worry about it, bro.
Yeah, if
you want an autograph?
If you remember from our last podcast, we were talking about getting our picture taken in Yellowstone.
Mm-hmm.
I guess he was videoing us as we rode out.
He did. And Cuz burned off the...
Oh, was he?
Yeah, he was. And Cuz was in the back, so we're coming around the corner there, and we're all putting along, and he goes... kicked up a bunch of dust.
Dude, I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's kind of... I don't think it's because... it's not because we're special or anything. It's just because we're a group of bikes. We had leather vests on, and everybody thought it was kind of cool. And
yeah,
I'm sure lots of people run into that, but it was kind of neat for us.
What do you have up on your computer screen there, Pete?
Well, I'm pretty sure you know what that is.
Oh, yeah, that's for wimpies.
But, well, I don't think so. I think I'm going to get one.
Of course you would.
Yes.
But...
of course you would.
That is our next topic.
You're going to run out of stuff to put all your equipment in.
Huh?
You're going to need a trailer.
I probably will. Or a trunk. One of the two.
Get the trunk's the way to go.
Trunk
I
is
do.
the way to go.
Keeps your stuff dry.
Oh, I do want it.
Yeah, I'm glad I got mine.
You got $1,400 for me to borrow?
No.
I wish mine was only $1,400.
Luckily, my bike...
How much was it?
Mine was $23. But I've got that paint job on my bike.
You got that CVO paint.
Yeah.
I got lucky. I bought mine with a trunk. And mine's not a Harley trunk; it's an aftermarket one.
That doesn't matter.
No, it's so nice.
$2,300.
I've got a rollaway suitcase that fits right into it. Keeps your stuff
That's money.
dry.
I need to find one that fits. You'll probably be 13, 14. You're probably right. But mine with that CVO paint job,
correct.
It costs so much more is the crappy part.
With a flat, if you get one for your bike you have now with that flat back black, I bet you're 13, 14.
Look on eBay. Somebody wrote their bike or something.
And you don't necessarily have to buy the Harley one. Mine's not a Harley one. Mine,
I did not know that.
Yeah, see, like the one he has is that hard plastic, like your saddlebags, that's painted. Mine is actually a fiberglass and painted. And,
I noticed that from looking at the inside of yours.
Yep, you saw that fiberglass.
Wonder what
inside.
company makes that.
Just start searching the internet, dude. Because I was looking for a
color matching is the key, though.
Mine was taken to a local shop and painted, but before I bought the bike. But I was looking for a liner for it. And I can't remember the name of the company. I'd have to look again. I'll do some looking around for you. But there's a couple companies out there that make them.
Find one of those paint shops that holds a gun to your paint and gives them the exact code.
We got one right here in town, down on 3rd Avenue. A1 Paint.
Oh, they have one?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
They got this little paint gun. It's crazy. They put it up to your paint and then color match your paint. So if you've got a used vehicle that's sun faded, even they can just go boop. And do this little test with their little gun on the side of your car, and they can match your faded paint even.
Pretty slick.
The high-tech redneck is all about that.
Yeah, it's called A1 Paint and Supply. It's down by your office. It's not too far. It's just right down there, so you can find it. They come out and color match, and they can paint anything. But
what real quick, what we're talking about, because we kind of went fast for the listening audience. Again, podcasting is visual, so I just want to make sure what we're talking about, guys, is. We all have street glides. LD has a CVO, the 110. Matt has a 96. I have a 96 cubic inch. What they're talking about is the trunk, detachable trunk.
Right.
I run a rolling luggage touring bag, which is a touring bag that goes on my luggage rack. It straps over the back passenger seat. You guys happen to have trunks, which is really nice. And so that's what we're talking about. We're talking about a trunk. Although they're street glides, they do make trunks.
Basically turns our bike into an ultra.
It does, but it doesn't, because the trunk is so much lower. I was noticing
it does sit lower.
It sits way lower. And because when you're wearing your cut, I can still see the whole sworn Few and most of your center patch when you're following, like Oscar or Mr. Clean.
You just see his top patch.
Yeah, you can barely see his top patch, because that's what I noticed on our trip. I'd never really noticed that before. Your guys they're a lot sleeker.
Oh yeah,
a lot slimmer on the Street Glide models than the Electra Glide Ultra Classic.
Like I said, mine came with it when I bought it, and then I set it up and had my wife ride with me, and she enjoyed, for her, the way she rides, that was better than just a backrest, so that's why I've kept it. Otherwise, I would have bought a backrest and used a soft,
my girlfriend
rollaway
was
bag.
The opposite. She likes the backrest better.
It just kind of depends. My wife has a little bit of a sway to her back, so the way she sits, her booty fits in underneath the trunk, and then her back. It fits her well. She likes the feeling of that.
I've never looked at her booty, but
you're a liar.
Whatever,
you're a liar, sir. But it fits her a little bit better than just the backrest. But
it's
waterproof.
I do,
That's
but
what I like.
That is true.
Yeah, I know. It is convenient when we go on these 7-day trips, dude. I would love to have one, but I want to say it's for a regular paint. It's around $1,400 by the time you get it painted and shipped.
You buy a tea bag that's $300, and you buy a backrest that's $300. You're already in it for $600.
Yeah, I know. Well, I already got the backrest and the frickin'. Yeah,
I'm just saying. I mean, it just depends.
It's true.
The nice thing about the backrest and like a tea bag is you take it off, and then you have the backrest, so you can still have a rider on there. If you're a single guy and you're out there, looking for some single ladies, it's probably nice just to have the backrest on the bike because it looks a little sleek, and just take your bag off like a couple of the boys.
Yeah.
Like when I leave mine on,
like one of the boys.
Like the boys. When I have mine with a trunk on,
is
it looks
that from
like
that bar in Lewiston?
Old man's bike.
So what was up on your screen? We never got to it.
Well, we're going to get to it. And that is also one thing, and this was from, we were up at the shop.
We can tell when we get too sidetracked because he just stops talking.
No,
he waits for a spot.
I don't care.
He waits for a spot to cut us off and then go back to his screen.
That's what's great about this podcast is half the stuff we talked about, we're not even in the show notes, but it brings up stuff. So that is how we roll here at Lab Media. But we were up at when I was getting my Michelin Commander II tires put on. Awesome little shop, BikerstownUSA.com, as I've already mentioned, will be in the notes. But the guy had recommended, and actually
Sarge
recommended, who is with Big River Crew, our North Prospective Chapter.
Actually, Old Timer recommended.
Dude, you're gonna get stabbed.
Old Man River.
Yeah.
This is a Big River Crew. Old Man River.
Old Man River.
Oh no,
it's done. That's it. Old Man River.
Here we go, dude. We're done.
Sorry, Jeff.
And Bones for Mike.
Yeah, we got, dude.
He's a little guy.
We got to work on that.
Yeah, the boy needs to eat.
Yep, he needs to eat.
What we were recommended by Sarge from Big River,
Old Man River
from Big River Prospective Chapter was a vest. Super, super hot when we're up there, and here where we live in Central Washington, it can get up to 110. And even on our ride, it was super hot. Up in Wenatchee area, same hundreds.
Wow.
Really, really hot. But he had recommended what's called and this shop had them in stock. I really wanted to buy one, but I had just spent $650.
What's called and this shop had them in stock. What's it called?
What is it called?
I can't tell you. We keep our audience on the edge of their seat. We don't just announce.
We
things.
like to keep them on notice.
Yeah, we keep them on notice. We can. Yeah, we don't want
double notice.
We don't just
Triple
throw things
notice.
out there. We keep the listening audience on their toes.
Right now they're going, "What? Come on, dude, spit it out."
Nope, I'm not spitting it out. Actually, let's move to another subject. No, but it is. He had them in stock, and it's called and let me spell it for you. But it's called the Hyper Cool Vest, and I'll spell it for you so you can look it up online because I'm looking at some here on Amazon and stuff. You can get them, but it's called Hyper Cool, and it's spelled HYPERKEWL. Hyper Cool cooling sport vest is what they call it. I will put a link on the show notes. Of course, Law Abiding Biker /18
Link on the show notes.
We're legal.
Link on the show notes. We're legal. 18. And along with Bikerstown USA and all that. But these are sold all over the internet. And Popeye from the Big River crew, and of course, the one and only in the studio, LD, bought one, and Sarge Old Man River already had one. So I would like you've had it for since August 6th, because you bought it on August 6th.
Yeah, 2-3 weeks.
And you used it on our 7-day
I used it on
trip.
I used it on the day I bought it, and then I used it 2 days on the trip, I think.
Yeah, both you and Popeye pulled it out on a stop. It was pretty damn hot where we were at. Was it under your cut? Was it okay?
Yeah.
Okay.
What do you do? Just put it over your T-shirt?
I don't like that they pulled it out, but anyways.
At least you didn't whip it out.
Now, Speedy Gonzalez goes a little quick here, so I'm going to keep him on track. Let's start with sizing, how you want to buy it, and things like that.
Should be tight,
basically, real quick, it's a vest that you get wet. We're going to explain it in detail, but it's a vest that you get wet, and you put it over your T-shirt, and
through evaporation.
Through evaporation, it keeps you cool. So that's essentially what it is. But tell us about sizing.
If it's loose, you're not going to get that evaporation up against your skin. So, mine looks like I bought it at the Baby Gap.
Baby Gap, son.
So, yeah, it's got to fit tight.
I'm pretty sure your size is a schmedium.
So you want it tight, right? You don't want it loose?
You want it tight.
That's ridiculous. Move on.
You brought it up.
Well, I'm talking about the vest yet.
Okay, back to the schmedium.
The maturity level in the studio, ridiculous.
So Old Man River's suggestion is to take a 1-gallon Ziploc bag with you.
Mm-hmm.
That's from like 3 podcasts. What are you doing?
Sorry.
I was waiting for it.
So Old Man River says take a 1-gallon Ziploc bag with you.
Yep.
You can wet it in your hotel, throw it in the Ziploc bag, pull it out when you need it. I elected to just keep mine dry until I needed it. And at a Mini Mart stop, I went in and bought a 1-gallon, like a 1 liter or 2 liter bottle of cold water, dumped it in my bag, and it absorbed the whole. Yep.
Did you leave it in your trunk while you were riding?
No. I threw it in there and just let it soak. It says soak it for 2 minutes.
You soaked it. You smoked it, or you soaked it while he was smoking a cigar.
Right, exactly. And then Popeye, he went into the Mini Mart and didn't want to pay for a bottle of water because he's tightwad.
Yeah.
And so he went up to the pop machine.
It's ridiculous.
And filled his bag with most of the way with ice, and then hit the water dispenser.
And they didn't care that he was just taking some ice and water out.
Well, don't they usually just charge you for the cup? I don't know. So,
I don't know either.
He comes out and goes, "Yeah, I got ice water. It's really cold." And I'm like, "Oh, okay. Hopefully,
okay.
They're not chasing us down to pay him a quarter." And anyway, so that's what he did for his, and threw it on, and it probably drops your core temperature a good 15-20 degrees. It's cool.
So to backtrack a little bit,
how long did it?
The hypercool
last?
Hey,
no.
I'm done. I'm turning my mic off.
Go ahead. That'd be great. We got to our destination in about 3 hours, and it was still cool. So.
You're still cool.
Yep.
Did you get goosebumps on your arms?
Actually, there was a time where I thought I could pull over and put my coat on.
Wow.
Yeah, it cools you off.
Are you being serious?
Yes.
Wow.
But we also, we hit some cool patches.
Sure.
You know where we all, where I stopped by those trees and I said I didn't want to go down there because I thought there's going to be snakes down there. Remember that? And, and I took your picture.
That was near the Yellowstone sign.
Actually, there was a snake. I was taking a leak.
Yeah.
Oh.
We're coming back into...
No. This was after Craters of the Moon on that big stretch.
Oh, right.
And then we all pulled over.
Yep.
And so right in there, I was thinking, dang, should I take this thing off? I was cool. The sun was... it wasn't really going down yet, was it?
No,
it was just cool.
There was some smoke and clouds, and
it cooled off. I was cool.
Huh. Take it home, Big Daddy.
Well, no, I'm not taking it home. I was a little confused though.
Isn't your mic supposed to be off?
Okay, that's unnecessary. People don't want to hear that.
Why'd you do it?
I didn't do that. No, I'll just edit that out. Apparently, so it takes though to actually soak all the water up. It's like 2 minutes, and then
it says soak it for 2 minutes.
Okay.
Yeah.
How much of the water in that bag did it? So does it soak most of it? Is it super
I literally,
like a sponge?
I think I put like it was probably 1 liter of cold water I purchased, dumped it in the bag, and kind of moved the vest around to get all parts wet. It soaked up that entire 1 liter of water.
How much did you wring out? Because it's supposed to be a little wet. You wring a little bit of water back out of it?
I pulled it out of the bag and just hung it there for a second to drip off the standing water.
Excess.
Yeah, and threw it on.
Okay.
And my T-shirt got wet right away.
Of course.
Right.
That's awesome, dude. I definitely want to get one of those. But how long did you ride with it?
Like 3 or 4 hours.
And was it still wet?
Yeah, it was still wet.
Yeah.
See, and a lot of...
Was your T-shirt wet?
That's crazy.
So what do you got to switch out your T-shirt?
No, it'll dry.
Balls.
It's 100 degrees outside. It's going to dry off.
Balls. I ain't changing.
He doesn't shower at all on the trips, folks.
I know.
Why would you?
That's ridiculous.
The thing is...
Hey, listen, you sweat, I sparkle. Not my fault.
At least he did his laundry.
Right. The thing is most motorcycle roads, and a lot of times when you're riding in the mountains, which a lot of guys like to do, usually you're following the bottom of a canyon where there's a river. You could pull over and dunk it in the river at any time.
Good point.
Yep.
Very cool. So, I'm trying to think if there's anything we haven't. How much did it cost you at that shop? I want to say it was $35.
$35 or $39.
That sounds right based on the prices I just saw on your interweb.
Well, I'm looking at you can get them about $23 on Amazon.
23 to 44.
Yeah.
So 35 sounds about right.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
I
in
think it
there.
was 35.
Yeah.
Just depends.
You guys had the
Oh,
top.
mine's that black one right there.
Yep.
That's it.
And that one's $46.99 on.
So the one, but that's an extra large.
Yeah,
That's why.
I bought a large.
You bought a medium.
Shut up.
So
Kind of like spandex.
The one LD is talking about is a 6529 Hypercool evaporative cooling sport vest, extra large. But just type that in, guys. Boy, there's a whole bunch of different models. And they're not just used for motorcycling, of course. You could use them for anything. But
Oh, wait. Back up. Go a little higher. Right there.
which one are you looking at?
Cooling dog.
Oh, they have them for dogs
Yeah,
too.
perfect.
Imagine that. But again, I will have a at least a description of that. I don't really, off the top of my, what I'm looking at here on the internet, I don't see like hypercool.com. It looks like there's Techniche
Niche.
Hypercool Techniche is who makes them, and looks like Motorcycle Superstore
Which
has them.
I've-
And I will have
I purchased from Motorcycle
Yep.
Superstore. That's a good
They're
one.
$39. I will have in the description. I will have an actual banner for you for the Motorcycle Superstore because I am affiliated with them.
I'm glad to hear that because they are a good place to
They are.
purchase.
And-
Affiliated.
That's right.
Yeah. Yep. Been noted.
Duly noted. Affiliated. On notice.
That's
In fact,
correct.
My Champa face mask that I wore when it was raining and hailing that you liked, I got that from the Motorcycle Superstore.
We need to do a review on that too.
Oh, Lord.
Well, not right now.
I'm backed up. I need to do a review on the Glide Pro.
You are backed up.
You got a lot of
Well, a
time.
lot of the reviews we do verbally on the podcast.
True.
But anyways, I will have in the description of the show notes, lawabidingbiker.com/18. I will have a banner ad for Motorcycle Superstore. You can simply click on that and you can type in Techniche. It's TECHNICHE, Techniche or Techniche, however you prefer to pronounce it. Hypercool, HYPERKEWL, evaporative cooling vest.
You get a deal?
And
We
you
get a
can.
deal.
That's right. You guys will get a deal, and of course, we're trying to still pay back the equipment we're using here for this podcast. We haven't made a dime, so if you can order through that, that would be really cool, and it gives us just a slight kickback. So, yeah, awesome. What else about that vest? Anything else you have to say about that, Rob? Let me ask you this. Pose this question to you: if you had 5 stars to give, how many stars out of 5 stars would you give? I mean, honestly.
Well,
then why wouldn't you give it 5 stars if you wouldn't?
I'd probably give it a 4.
Okay.
And,
Why?
And the reason I say that is I've only used it like 3 times. I mean, I'm a hard grader, and I don't want to give it a 5 because I haven't used it enough.
Don't be a jerk. Did you like it?
Yeah, I liked it.
Okay.
What
Did it
is
keep
there
you
anything
cool?
about it you didn't
It kept
like?
you so cool you thought about putting your jacket on, son.
I did.
So what was the drawback?
There isn't any drawbacks. I don't have enough
5.
experience.
So give it a 5.
Okay, 5.
4.5.
Works
Okay,
great.
go 4.5, dude.
Let's text Popeye and see what he gives it for.
Do it.
Okay, text
do
him.
It, do
Is-
it, and we'll by the end of the podcast,
Tell me this.
we'll combine it.
Is it worth the $39
I'm
you
guessing
paid for
it
it?
is because
Because
Yes, way
sometimes
worth it.
Like
it was
my-
hotter than 2 rats humping at a wool sock when he
Right.
put it on. I was sweating. I was a little bit sleepy.
Okay.
So having that cool vest on you might give you
Right.
make you a little more alert and a little more comfortable.
Because a lot of times, like 2 2 podcasts ago, I did a app review on the RCW Revised Code of Washington, and
Good,
I gave
but
them
too
4
expensive.
stars, but too expensive. Sometimes it can be price can give it lower
At
star.
$35, I think that's right in the price point.
Yeah. And it really doesn't matter what color it is because we wear our cuts over our vest. So
black, son.
Yeah.
The black looks good. We have black cuts. That way, if it's showing at all.
Right.
Is yours black?
Yeah,
I think it's black on the
blue
outside,
on the inside.
blue on the inside. Yeah.
Yes, they were blue on the inside, black on the outside.
Yep. I just took it out on my bike right before I came over here.
They've got.
I was just curious if they were cooling underneath your cut.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Were they too wet? I mean, did your cut absorb a lot of water? I mean,
I don't think my cut got wet at all. My T-shirt did.
Perfect.
Were they too wet? Seriously, dude.
Get your mind out of the
Is that
gutter.
a possibility?
Okay,
It is.
Popeye says 4 out of 5, and I'm
Okay.
asking him why not 5.
Yeah.
Okay,
Tell them we're
see what
doing
he
a
says.
podcast right now.
Is he one of those guys? Same thing. I don't want to grade too hard.
So yeah, hyper cool. I'm definitely going to get one, but like I say, I was buying $650 worth of tires.
I'm just
going
gonna take my cut and my shirt off.
I didn't
without
think
my
the
shirt
old
on.
lady was going to be happy if I added on there a hyper cool vest.
Would she have noticed? Really, seriously? Would she have noticed $35?
Yeah. Yeah, dude.
You
that
could have
was-
told her.
You're
they
on
were-
lockdown, boy.
Yeah, tell her they were wheel bearings.
Yeah,
She
you
wouldn't
know
have
better than that.
Hey, can you ring these up underneath valve stems or something?
Yeah, no doubt, dude.
You're on lockdown.
Yeah.
Leroy says.
Leroy.
And that would be Popeye.
Yeah, Popeye says.
Popeye sometimes called Leroy.
This is live, by the way, live texting. If you guys are
I said-
excited
Yeah.
out
How
there.
many stars out of 5 for the cooling vest? He says 4. I said, why not 5? This is live for the podcast. He says, might be 5 without a leather vest.
okay.
So he thinks, he says,
Sounds legitimate. The leather vest probably slowed down a little bit of the wicking ability.
right, I could see that.
Okay.
Yeah.
As the air hits it, it evaporates, and that's what keeps you cool. So
Sure.
you're
Pulls
preventing
the heat
some,
out of your body.
Yes, you're preventing some of the air getting to the vest with the leather vest over
Right,
it. Yeah.
right. So,
Although I think Old Man River wears his under his leather vest when he's riding, or leather coat. I'm saying, I guess. I don't know. I think
4 is a good
I think
thing.
Popeye's an idiot. He doesn't know what he's talking
I say
about.
4 1/4. 4 1/4.
Popeye's an idiot.
There you go.
Anything over 4.
it
I
is.
mean, when I'm looking at when I'm looking at products, anything over a 4 or a 5, I'm feeling pretty confident about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Even if it was a 4,
Yeah.
I'd still buy it.
Yeah, that's up there.
I mean, yeah.
80% of the people like it.
But do you think
Is there reviews on the dealer? Let's look
well,
at that. I'm just
yeah,
curious.
I'm sure there is on Amazon and stuff, but they're getting 4.5 stars,
Yeah, there you go. See, it's about on par.
4.5.
Oh,
Yeah,
Good job, boys.
by most of them, we are good.
We pretty much don't mess around.
Pretty
Darn
much.
right.
Pretty much know what we're doing.
But anyways, yeah. And let me see what time we're at here. Yeah, I
Time to
guess.
move on.
No, I guess that's going to be it for this show.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Are you kidding me?
No, we're at an hour. I don't like them to go.
I feel like
over
we
an
just
hour.
got started.
I know, but
What-
that is the
It's
way
really
it
we're
goes.
at an hour.
I'm pretty sure we talked about nothing.
No,
Yeah,
we did.
What are you going to call this one?
We actually called a lot.
This vest makes my nipples hard.
There you go. I'm writing it down.
Write it down.
Perfect.
This
Perfect.
vest makes my nipples hard.
Speaking of LD, did it make your nipples hard?
Actually,
Okay, that's what it's being called then.
yeah,
dude.
yeah.
He said he's going to throw a leather jacket over it, so apparently he was.
The only
doing-
other thing I want to cover real quick because we're right.
You're at an hour. You do not go over an hour.
Well, we did last podcast on 17.
Give you 5 minutes.
No, real quick is on our. Anyways, that particular trip that I got the tires and I got we got the hyper cool vests, or a couple guys did. On the way back, we were flying right along and we were doing really good. And Jackhole here, and I realize why.
It's a good thing I have ABS. That's all I got to say.
Well, no, and I didn't have ABS, and you forget about that, dude.
go around me like
Well,
Double D
can't.
did.
I can't, dude. I can't.
I don't know why he passes. I was like, where's he going?
Yeah. So, anyways, yeah, jackwagon over there hits his brakes like just. We're going up over Blewett Pass, and he just hammers on the brakes at the top of the pass and swerves over in the gravel and jumps off his bike, and I just about hit him in the rear. I'm like, "Oh,
"What are you
what
doing?"
the hell's going on?" And
I get off my bike, tears running down my face.
And so, yeah, go ahead from there.
And he goes, "Oh, are you okay?" I had a bee get stuck right in my nostril
Oh, did you get stung?
inside the
You didn't hear
nose.
about this?
No, I
Oh
haven't.
yeah,
You
dude,
haven't-
it was
oh,
bad.
No, I wasn't on the
It
ride.
got stuck right in my
I
right.
thought we at least told you.
Yeah, it stung
No,
me inside
just
the nose.
blasted you.
Oh, I couldn't get it out of my nose. It's stinging the crap out of me. My snot's running down my nose. My eyes are watered, and we've had to.
Dude,
sit
he was
there
swelling up his whole face.
Yeah,
Oh, wow.
we had to sit there for 15 minutes. I've never I've gotten stung in the leg a couple times and stuff, but this thing, it hit right at the nostril and stuck there.
Oh.
And I had to, like the fourth swipe, I finally got it off my face. But it stung me inside
Blasted
the nose.
you 5, 6, 7 times?
Oh, it hurt like hell.
Oh.
I couldn't see. My eyes were watering. We had to sit there.
Do you know how to do a cowboy hanky?
What?
The cowboy hanky. Blow your nose?
Snot rocket?
Snot rocket. Yeah, you know how to do that?
Yeah.
Next time, try that. Plug your other one.
I did that once I
Get it out
stopped,
there.
I did a couple snot rockets.
Okay.
Got crap out of my nose. Okay. Yeah, all my
wow,
whatever, your glands or whatever were all secreting, man.
When we got to Ellensburg, he was all swollen up, man.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's a good thing you're not allergic.
And that's the first time we learned that Chewy is allergic.
Yeah.
And he has EpiPens.
Oh, good to
and
know.
he did not have his with him.
And he didn't have them with him. I'm like,
what the hell?
So from now on, he brings them. And before we went on our 7-day trip, I went up to him. He said, "Where are your EpiPens?"
Where's he keep them?
He keeps them in, on
We
our
should
trip.
know this.
He kept them in his touring
now
bag.
his sponsor. I need to find out where he keeps them.
That's right. You better ask him.
I will.
And he better bring them on every
He goes,
trip.
good thing I didn't get stung. I'm allergic.
I'll check it. I
need EpiPens and I don't have any. Seriously, bro?
I'll check his I'll check his EpiPen status.
I got stung on day one of that ride. Our big ride. I got stung in the hip.
Going. Yep.
Yeah, I didn't. Yeah, I didn't.
Nothing stings me.
I'm tough as nails.
That don't even bother me, man. I don't smell good, apparently.
All right, guys. I guess that's probably about it.
I can attest to that.
We're right in an hour, and
we're kind of close over here.
I appreciate you guys listening to episode 18, and of course 17, where we talked about our trip, and of course this episode where we did some reviews and stuff, talked about a lot of stuff, gave some thanks about
hard nipples.
Yeah, the dude. I can't wait to name this one. It's going to be fun.
Cutting glass.
But don't forget,
cutting glass is good.
We still need 6 more emails on the club questions, lawabidingbiker.com contact page, and leave us a voicemail. It has to be a voicemail, and we will do that series. We had a lot of fun on episode 16, which was finding the inner beauty in flatulence.
Flatulence, yes.
Yeah. Flatulence. That was a lot of fun, but we talked about a lot of cool stuff too. So make sure you hit those episodes. Again, don't forget about the videos and all that stuff. I want to say really quick before we wrap this up, I really am excited truly about episode 19 and 20 because...
Oh, really?
I am. Because we didn't get to it in these 2 episodes, but in episode 19 and 20, I've got voicemails. I've got 2 different voicemails. Well, actually more than that. But one of the topics upcoming, the general
3 from one person.
Yeah, the one of the topics coming up is gentleman asked a question because we touched on it a little bit in episode 15 about questions from other clubs.
Okay,
and he wants a little bit of follow up because they want to start a club and they're trying to figure out whether their patch is truly a 3-piece patch or not a 3-piece patch based on the way they did it. So we're going to leave it at that. We're going to leave the audience hanging. That will be coming up in either 19 or 20, hopefully. The other one voicemail that he left that we'll probably cover is clubs, law-abiding biker clubs, making it mandatory to carry firearms, or law enforcement clubs making it mandatory to legally carry firearms while wearing a cut. Very, very interesting stuff, and I think we have a lot to say on those topics.
That is a good topic.
It is. Yeah. And I've sent you guys the email, and I'll send them to you again, the voicemails. And then it probably episode 21, 22, we have some more voicemails about a whole bunch of other law-abiding biker topics that he left. So yeah, look forward to those episodes. You guys stay tuned, and again, donate if you are liking this content. We're going to keep pumping them out to you. Give us feedback, comment on the site, follow us on Twitter, all that. Any final thoughts there, gentlemen?
I don't have any.
I didn't figure you did.
No.
But
I'm a quiet guy.
Duck Dynasty's back out.
Oh, jeez.
Hey, there's going to be a new motorcycle club show.
Yeah, no, there is. A guy sent me an email.
Who cares? Is it Duck Dynasty? Start watching Duck Dynasty.
I was going to cover it. It's Fugawi's?
Yeah, something like that. Yep.
It's on...
Oh, I know what that is.
And based off their accent, they're from New York or New Jersey or something.
You know what that means, Fugawi?
No.
Where the Fugawi?
What's it mean?
We're the FU, you know what, are we? The Fugawi.
Oh, okay.
I knew a dude that his nickname was Fugawi. I said, what's that mean? He goes, well, that's good. I never knew where we were, so I'd always ask, we're the Fugawi.
Copy. I got you. I'm following you now.
Yeah, it's
It starts in September.
Oh, who is it? What is it about?
I don't know. They're all construction workers or something.
Before we go, we're
Type fast.
Well, we got that. We don't need to type fast.
He can loop this music.
You know what's cool about a podcast is people can turn it off if they don't like it. So I'm typing in Fugawi's MC. Yeah, it's FugawiMC.com. Let me put in a show.
Ooh, they have a Facebook.
Anyways, it's a.
What
I
channel?
think it's on. I want to say.
Look at that top one there.
Yeah.
It's a Premiere Tuesday.
Yeah, hit that one.
Where are you looking at?
The very top one.
Right
here?
No, right below that.
Right there.
Boom.
Okay. Yeah, so
History Channel.
History.
Yeah, a History Channel. And I'm sorry. I did get an email about that, and I'm sorry. We'll cover it on the next show. I have an individual that did email me about that, but it is called the it's on the History Channel. Fugawi's. Hopefully, I'll be able to record that, and we'll be able to give some sort of review on it. Hopefully, it's better than Warlocks Rising because we stopped talking about that stupid show.
I never watched it.
I watched half of one. It wasn't about the pub.
Thank God I did, because we were able to at least know we're not going to talk about it.
That was not.
I really like Devil's Ride.
Shut up.
Shut up. The problem with it, is it's the production of it. The production, and they hype them up, and they tell these guys, "Oh, do this, do that." And
it's a bad train wreck waiting to happen. You got to watch. You got to watch it. You can't not watch it.
Anyways, appreciate it, guys. We are over, and keep the rubber side down.
And the shiny side sideways.
Thanks for tuning up. Thanks for the support, guys. Rate us on iTunes. We're out. Peace out.
I like a trout.
That's the loop.